Hello friends, Lalev from Alisoft. In this video we will do details from a big plan and we will do drawings of a detail. In this plan you see several areas where I want to show the plan in detail. This one here, and this one at the top. For that purpose I have drawn some rectangles. These rectangles will represent the scope of the detail. That means QGIS will try to build a list, like a list of drawings, and each of them will be enclosed with this boundary. It's always good to have them all aligned the same. That's why I will correct the boundaries first. Let's make them more of a horizontal type, or close to a square. Let's keep them close to a square. Because I imagine in the paper to have a square thing on top with the graphical information, and then in the bottom we have the legend, of course, and other notes, and also the title. So let's center it. Yes, and this one as well. I will use the existing one and just slightly change. You don't have to be exactly precise to be square or to be rectangular. I will just approximate in this case. And now I will move it like this, just to be centered. And now I will separate this big one, because I want 3 separate ones. One here, and one here. And each of them will be square. First we have a smaller square, because here the object is relatively small. But still we will keep close to square proportions. Yes, and I will just select it and copy, paste, and move. Not both, of course, I will select just one. And now I will extend it. I still want to keep the square proportion, and I will extend the other edges and nodes. Yes, this one is close to a square as well. Here we go, and for the last one we will copy this one, paste, and move. Again, that's it. Let's save the changes. Now we need to prepare the layout. In the layout we will have, let's create go to Composer Manager. I will use this one, duplicate, and I will use different name, of course. Alright. Great. and I will generate another class. In this case I will use the layer which I just corrected. Yes, here it is. Page name, doesn't matter, ID, can be even ID, but I will use ID. Alright, let's create some IDs. Let's call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just to be unique. We can also type the name. It's useful to have the name here, name of the detail. This one will be called, let's copy and use title, text, and I will use 50, no more. And I will copy from this layer, the point layer. I will copy the name. Let's go to the point layer, go to vector, analysis tools, list unique values. We select the layer, like this, and we will go to this one and check. Yes, exactly what I needed. Now we copy this. I will use Word in this case. Paste it. And change how it's represented. This will be simplified. This will be simplified as well, because we want to keep them no more than 50 letters. And I will move them to the other monitor because I want to copy them. Let's close. And now we'll go to the atlas boundaries. This one will be called like this. Or let's have title label text, and this will be, let's say, 100 because I want some other symbols as well. And we have title full. This will be not for labeling. 100 symbols as well. Let's delete the other column. Title name I won't need it. Let's expand it. And in title label I will put this one, and title full this one. In title label I will have some symbols representing new line. Now the next one. We have to, of course, check the name of the point there. Yes. Deselect. And just select the details range, copy, and paste. And here I will add again that symbol, because I want two lines, this one and this one. Next we have this one. which will, of course, I know what it is, so I will not check. And here I will type, or maybe just to be more equal, like this. We have the other two remaining to the south. This one, we'll call it like this. Right, and the last one. It's obviously this one, and I will copy the explanation. I will not place the distance, and save changes. Now we are ready to go to the layout, of course. Let's see. We go to project, print composers, and I've written my layout here. It won't be like this. It will be simple rectangle. The title will be first, let's see, item properties, insert an expression, and we will find, of course, fields and values. We have a title label. Okay, let's see if we have any chance to wrap on character. Continuation. And here we'll add as well the field title full. Okay. And let's see what happens. This font is too big, of course. Let's first center it and change the size of the letters by going to item properties appearance font. I will use 20, let's say, and even 25. And it seems that they automatically wrap. I don't need this thing. That's why I will use the other one. Insert an expression, and I will use just title full. Yes, only one of them. Only one of them, actually. Yes, that's it. Let's shrink it and place it in the center. We have title, right. Here, of course, I will change. I will use the small one, this there, and I will delete this point. Yes, I will change the name. let's make it group. And this one, of course, I won't need anymore. This also won't be needed. This will be the whole information will be here, and I won't place this one. Let's save the project, because sometimes it just is not responding when you edit layouts. Here we have the scale of the map, which will be controlled by Atlas. In item properties, I will go to scale. Let's see, scale, and controlled by Atlas, yes. And here in the Atlas we will go to, let's see what happens. Next feature. Next feature. And as you can see, the name is changing as well. And this one is looking good as well. Let's make its size rectangular. I go to position and size, and let's see, width will be 400 and 400, and height will be 400 as well. Refresh, and let's move to the next one. Alright, this one will be moved here, and the scale as well. I would show 50 units. And I will move the scale as well. Adding the last layer to the legend, which will be of course the zones. Let's go to it. It will be this one. And I will separate two different types. First will be the scope of the individual heritage unit, and the next one will be the zone for preservation. Let's see. This will be the name, this will be the type of zone. Alright. Now we will select, first I will leave only this layer and this layer. And selecting this one, and this one. And checking as well on the PDF. can even slightly move this. I want it to be more to the center. Let's move it. This is better. And these are the boundaries of the heritage site. So this one, this one, this one, and this one will be copy, paste. And we have type 1. For this we have type 2, and we'll call them and paste. This is it. Also the names. Alright, save it. And we'll have different symbology. For the first one, we will have, let's say, categorized, and the type will be this one, classify. First one will be orange. This orange. This will be the boundary, and I will use different pattern. I will first delete the line pattern. I will use only outline. Use custom dash pattern, and I will use first, say, 2, new one, 0.2. Alright. Now I have a dash and point. I will even change this to, say, 1.5. No, they have to have difference, like 2. But the distance can be reduced. Now let's leave it as this. This will be the symbology for the first type. And for the second one, we will again change the color. And we have, yes, this type of line. I will use just fewer distance between the hatch lines. Apply, OK. Let's check again. I actually switched them, so no worries. I will just copy this, paste it here. Now transfer this one, and return this one and delete the last one. Okay. This is it. And now let's go again to the detail. Of course, it will change here as well, as you can see, and we will rename it. Let's move it up. This one I will change to subgroup and I will create a group. This one will be group and move it up. And the items will be in this. Perfect. That is it. Now we can change, of course, the number of columns. Let's say 3. To make it fit. All it down. This one will be the scale, of course. I will add a north symbol. And here we go. Just resize the image size, stretch, and increase it. This is it, and let's slightly decrease. This is it, and let's move this down. Let's move it down, and that is it. That is the detail number 1. Let's see the generation name. I'll use I will decrease this one and also add the scale to the title name. Let's see, we have the scale probably in variables. No. Geometry is for the map. Okay, no. I can find the scale for now and I won't use it. This is good enough. And that's our map. Let's go to the first map. Refresh. And turn the layers, of course. I always suggest my viewers and subscribers and students just to keep it simple and use different folders for the different layers and layer combinations. Also, using layer combinations is essential. There we go. And now we can, not this one, now we can go to the layout again, refresh it, and up to the atlas even the boundary of the whole municipality. Change the name, move it to the top, and let's align even better. I want the scale to be aligned here and the numeric scale to be here. Also, I will change the units and the height as well. And we're ready to export. We can export one by one, which I prefer because I can see what I am doing, or we can export them all and check with an image viewer. I will export them, as I mentioned, one by one. Alright. We'll make details folder and save. It's saved. Going to the next one. And let's use different scale. We can use 1 to 10,000 as well, but I want 50, not 50, to 200 units here. Let's go. And you have to be patient. When exporting, don't move the scroll, don't press anything, because sometimes it will collapse. What have we here? These are the 3 points which I digitized. You can see the other video. This one I don't want. I will move it. Or even change the scale. Let's change the scale to 8,000. Oof, a big mistake. This one shall be not written. It shall be using the scale of the map. And I will delete this, copy this. I was wondering why 10,000 it's too small. And we have for the scale, we use numeric to change the font. Let's change the font to at least 14. Make it bold as well. Let's wrap it. And here we go. This one will be using 100. And the scale will be 2000. Just to avoid additional information. 2000 is best. And let's export it. Again, it is thinking. Let's return to the other 2 because the scale was incorrectly written 10,000. Just 200 here. And save. I also don't have to type the name, and it's very useful to have the class just to generate multiple drawings like these. The first one. This time I'll use 100. And I'll use, let's see, 2000 is enough. Let's change the scale to 2000. And export. For this one, 5000, probably it's too big. Let's make it 2500. No, too small. Let's make it 3000. Yeah, this one is better. 3000, and this one will be 200 units. Or even 150 units. And let's export. And the last one. Let's see, 2500. Let's again make it 2000. And also the scale will be using 100 units. And export. And that's how you do details. First you draw the boundary, then you modify the features to show the title correctly, like here, and lastly you generate the composers and make the images. Thanks for watching. It's Lalev signing off and wishing you inspiration in your practice. See you in the next video.